Finn
Encourage
says, I have a
role.
question for you guys. How do I encourage role playing for my players and fellow players? So this sounds like both from a DM perspective and as a player. How do you encourage it?
I think leading by example is always a good thing. We had a new player join that's actually my coworker,
Mm-hmm.
and he does the whole voice. He leans into his bumbling Aarakocra, and it causes the other players to um kind of get more into it versus if everyone's pretty static. So if you're the player, that's where you can kind of lean more into the role. And now the other players are like, they're not going to be, maybe if it's new, they're newer players, they're not going to be as embarrassed to,
Right.
you know, act a different way than they do in real life, do a voice, whatever that is. Or if
Well,
you're the DM, if
mm-hmm.
you do a different persona instead of just talking in like the third person or something, it's going to make them feel a little bit less awkward to do their thing.
Yeah, I would agree. I think if you're a DM, what you kind of want to, what you're trying to do, it sounds like, is get them kind of talking to each other, right? So having an NPC ask a question or challenge maybe some party members to sort of compare and contrast each other a little bit, like kind of force them into a conversation where they're both involved and maybe disagree about something. But it's way better. Like we can try to do it as a DM. It's never, I don't think, as impactful as if you have a player in your group at your table who is willing to or has the drive to in character ask questions of other characters in the group. Like it seems like a small thing. It's like, really, is that all it takes? It's like, I mean, developing a way or developing like character level inside jokes.
And some people don't like to, they
It's
don't
so
get the
true.
joy
Yep.
from role playing. Like they might not talk in character. They might say, "Oh, my character does this," but then when they're in, fighting or
Mm-hmm.
in a conversation trying to get information, then they might slip in some stuff, and that might be enough for them. Versus some people really enjoy the slipping into another person's skin.
Sure.
And so it's like
Yeah.
you don't want to push people to do something they don't want to do. You can just encourage them and see where they are. Like my wife, or we got the one ranger. He's always in character when he's doing that. He'll do whatever he thinks his character would do, whether it's detrimental or not.
Mm-hmm.
The monk, she will, if her character would do something, she's totally about it. The fighter, he's like, no, well, this, because he enjoys combat more. He enjoys the tactics of that more.
Yeah.
And then my wife flips and flops depending on what it is.
Sure.
We had an NPC show up that um, had, as we joked, the same special interest as her character,
Hmm.
and that's where she was, role playing with him the whole time, kind of back and forth while the other guys were fighting.
Nice.
um, and so I think everyone's got different levels of where they are and what they want to do, and even some people might be more comfortable, and then some people might not be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Uh,
character connections are always good.
and finding those crossover moments, finding the ways that it was always fun to see people realize that like the soldier that was in the war, that war was actually driven by like the rogue's stepfather, right? And like finding it's like, oh wait, you were there too, like you have a connection to this thing. And that's not always easy to pull off, but sometimes if you can find those connections and weave them in, it can be a really rewarding, I guess, reveal.
It can also, as the game goes on, that's where as you ask questions of your players or the players ask other players, you can kind of build up your character's thing to where you actually have an idea of how it is. Because when you start it, you might not have, you either have a full page backstory, or you're like, yeah, I'm a fighter, or I'm a barbarian that does this, and yada
Right.
yada. Like in the play by post with Miradon and Under,
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I'll do my jokes where it's like I speak my halfling speaks dwarvish and elvish, and I just made up on the fly. I'm like, oh yeah, my cousin's sister's girlfriend speaks elvish, so I learned it, or that's
Mm-hmm.
how I know it. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter, but it's always just a little fun extraness.
Yeah, definitely.
Niz, why don't you like inspiration as rewards for role playing?
I'm so bad at handing out inspiration. I don't think I just don't use it. Like I functionally practically don't use it. The parties, I just tell them to give it to each other.